Alrighty, welcome back. I'm your man, Bad Chad, and Queen Jolene's on the camera, and we are on air. We've got the fender skirt sitting on, and we got the other fender skirt done. I went over it with the Eastwood machine and kind of polished this one up the same as that one. Today might be a little bit of controversy in some people's minds, I guess, how I'm going to make them fit or how I'm going to apply them. I've never seen you can look them up and see what's going on there. We've actually got a fender skirt. I'm going to go right beside you there, Jolene. We've got a fender skirt right here. That's a fiberglass fender skirt, and you can see what they got going on there. A tab here and a tab there. That tab there bolted to I guess squished the fender and held it there. This one had a hook on this side to hook it on, and this piece here is to help hold it up top. That's how they done it. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take the fender skirt. So what's going on right at the present moment? This fender skirt, it's sitting on there. There's vice grips on there. I've got a piece of round rod that goes all the way around. They have a piece of round rod sort of in the fender here. You can see on that wheel lip of the fender, there's a piece of round rod in that, and then that fender goes all the way around it, and it's clipped all the way around. But there's a piece of rod inside there all the way around the fender. So that's basically what we got going on. But when it comes down here, I'm sitting above this line. My fender skirt's up here. My fender skirt's up here above this body line, which is making what? Making it sit a little bit different. I can do it, I guess, a bunch of different ways. I can weld a tab on the bottom of the fender and weld a tab on the fender skirt and then bolt them together. I can do that. I can, on the 50, on the flush fender skirts, I welded a washer to the wheel opening, and then I put a shithouse door lock, and the washer went through the shithouse door lock went through the washer and held it on that way. You see me do it on the 50 that way. On the Hudson, I had it round rodded, and I put some hooks here, so when you slide it up in, it hooked so it couldn't come out. So there's nothing on this right now. We're just kind of sitting there. So what I've got is I've got a fender I can weld tabs onto and do all that sort of stuff. Yes, I can. But on this one, I don't think I want to weld on the fender and do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to weld a piece of square or flat stock off and up, drill a hole, and I'll weld a nut on it, and then I'll go from the inside and I'll put a bolt on it. So I will be able to nut the fender skirt on just above this piece here. So what's going to go on is going to have a piece of metal go in, piece of metal come up with a hole drilled in it with a nut welded on it, and then I can bolt the bolt come in and come against the fender and lock on that piece from coming down. That's what I'm thinking. Also, I've also thought that I maybe probably the easiest way. I might even change my mind right in motion. Put the fender skirt on where I like it, drill a hole through the fender skirt, drill a hole through the fender, and bolt it on. And what I can do is I can weld on the outside here. I'll cut the head off the nut, and then I'll put it through, and then I'll weld that on, flush that off, and then I'll have a stud sticking out. And then I can go on the back side and put a nut and a washer on it. Now, as I say that, come take a look at the Volvo. See all them holes? They drilled the holes to apply the stainless on that car. So in my brain, if I drill a hole in that fender to apply that fender skirt, it'd be no different than what they done, basically. There will be a hole, and when you take the fender skirt off, there would be a hole there in the fender, probably about that size right there. But let's face it, a hole like that when you pull the fender skirt off doesn't bother me, because I want to run it with fender skirts. With a hole like that, if you didn't want the fender skirt on, obviously you'd weld the hole up. But if I start welding tabs on the fenders, it's the same thing. It's either or. So I'm going to do the simplest thing. I'm going to drill a hole, put a stud in it, and go that way. And the reason being is if I put a piece in coming from, if I had a marker, I was thinking about doing this. This is the fender skirt. I was thinking about applying a piece of metal on the bottom, up like that, with a nut welded here and a bolt going through here into the back side of the fender. I'm just afraid once I start tightening it up, then I'm going to start bending the back side of that fender. And what's the difference drilling a hole or bending the back side of the fender when I start winding that tight to fit there? So I think I'm going to make it easy. I'm going to drill a hole, make a stud. Up top, it's not fitting to come. Take a look, sweetheart, please and thank you. It's, we're just vice grip down here at the bottom. I can push it in. Yes, I can. Make it nice and tight. We want it nice and tight and right. So what I'm thinking, once we get it up like that, you stay with us, and I'll show you exactly what I'm going to do. How's that? Let's do this. What I want to do here is I want to get this fender skirt down. I like to get that. I'm going to drop this fender skirt in the front, see if I can't bring it down. Don't want to bend anything. Don't want to bend anything. We're down nice and flush there. Actually, I've got that there where I want to drill the hole. It's kind of not a good thing, but I'm going to get that down some. Don't have to move it. Squat some. So these are 5-hour fender skirts. So if I get them applied today and get them on, you know what that means? I can apply a set of fenders, make and apply a set of fender skirts in one day. That's what I can do if I get them put on. And the reason being is I've got the time and the camera work to prove it. Basically, I can prove it. I can prove it. All right. On the back side of this fender, there's a nice little extra piece on there where the fender, or this running board goes on there. There's an extra piece of metal on that fender that gives support, and it wraps right around here, and that's nice because what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to get into that piece, and the reason I'm going to get into that piece because it gives me extra. I know. Let's do it. Let's do it. Just gotta get the drill going. Thanks for coming back, everybody. We really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. Take what you like and throw away the rest. If you like something, take it. And if you don't like it, make sure you don't do it. Now, I can feel that. I'm going to step back for a second. Got to step back, take a look, see if it's even at where I want it. It's basically, let's do it. Now I've got to figure out where the round rod is and figure out where I want to drill it. I'm going to go right there. I couldn't see the end of that drill if it saved my soul. Saved my soul. Just going to make a stud on that and get it on the back side of that fender and it should be perfect. See that drill shaking? It's nervous. That bit's working good. Lots of metal in that car. All right, now would you? Just gonna stick that in there for now. Yeah, let's do this. Let's go a couple more, a little harder, a little harder. Moving around a little bit, there it is. It's okay. Just gonna stick it in as tight as I can, and the reason being is out. Ain't doing it. Just gonna hold it there for a second, I guess, not going anywhere. Just leave it like that. I got lots of bolts, so if you're thinking I messed up the thread and I'm going to use that one, that's okay. I'm just wanting to get it through there to hold it, that's all. Let's move this one down. I had this one up here like this, and Joey said, no, move that thing down and put it on the line. Okay, that's what we're going to do then. Put it on the line. For me, to do something as quickly as I can and get it done and do a good job is an accomplishment. That's what it is to me. It's an accomplishment. You can look at it any way you want to, but I feel accomplished when I can make something in that short amount of time and get out here and do that. You know, someone says, "Oh, can you make me some fender skirts?" "Oh yeah, I can make a set in a day." "Yeah, right, you can." Well, I can. Let's go up here. Let's go here somewhere. Actually, just going to try to where I want to go, which makes it the tightest, which makes it the best. I can go up here, I guess. Let's do that. The reason I got in down there, I thought that, yeah, it's fine. The old car never be the same, will it, baby? It's done. It's over. Ruined it. Ruined it. Just like that. Put the fender soon. You can see I've got some wheels on there. I've got some 15-inch off a 79 Ford half-ton, and they've got a nice, even screwed in there to hold that tight. You know that? Threaded it and drilled it all at the same time. That's not true, but I'm just going to put a bolt on it or nut on it for a second. I should have took that wheel off. I got to take the wheel off, and then we'll put that back on. I'm going to drill this one off so we can take it back off without. I get some channel locks and turn that out. Do it again. Do as quick as I can. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, a pair of vice grips to turn that out. Thought I was building a barn. I started hitting it with a hammer, didn't I? Huh? It's moving around good there. That's fine. Beautiful. Hit that perfect. Now. You have to understand, I'm going to tell you right now, them bolts are not going to be there, the heads of the bolts. They're going to be cut off, and that's going to be a stud. So basically, I'm shoving them through there now, but that's where the studs are going to be to hold the fender skirt on. So you're not going to see that. Also, I drilled it up here because this piece is on the body line of the fender, and I wanted to make sure that I can tighten it up above that body line so I can get that fender tight. There will be quite a gap going on there because I have a gap because of this body line going on there now, but where I've drilled the stud now, there's not much of a gap. If you can tell, that's the body line. I'm above the body line. Now I can draw that in tight. And then we're going to have to deal with all this up here, but we'll get that here in a second, here in a minute. So there's many different ways, obviously, to do this, and I've done it probably every different way that you can, and I just do it to whatever application I feel is good. I just took that. I want to take that off. I want to take that off. Get that wheel off. Then we can see where we drilled the holes. I want to take it off. Nut. Let's do that. Then I can washer it inside. I got 2 studs going on there. I say that's a decent fit. We'll do that. And then this one's got to be turned out. Stop it. Alrighty. That's what I got. Hole here, and I got a hole here. Turn around and look at the Volvo. It's got a bunch of holes too. It won't hurt it none. If I don't want the fender skirts on it, didn't want the fender skirt, I'd just weld a little hole up, put a little paint on it. Or, like Jolene said, you could stick one of them little plugs in there, like on the front fender. It's got a little plug going on there. Also, I wanted to get the fender skirt on and get the 15-inch wheels on here because I want to see if the fender skirt's going to hit the wheel at all when I want to do something here. I'm not sure. I might hubcap this bad boy, just take the wires off it. I'll keep the wires, that's for sure. Anything I do to this car, I'm going to keep everything that I took off. That could be replaced easily. I've got a hole in it now, but people have done a lot worse to them. All right, we'll put that on there, just so I know where they're going. Had to go back down there this morning and try to find some 15-inch wheels. Big bowl hole Ford. Above that, good with that. Didn't scrape much off it at all. It's hitting there a little bit, but it's not through the tape. The only place it's got damage is where I drill the hole. Now, I want to put the fender skirt back on, and this is what I'm going to do. Sure that's all. I want to get up underneath there. I'm going to go up with the marker. I'm going to get this position, get that going, see what it. Now, with that bolt in there, going like that, that fender skirt I would think would never fall off, I would think, with that going through the car like that. You know. All right, let's get our washer on there. Or nut, excuse me. Let's get our nut on this one. Then we know where we're at, where we're to. I'm going to nut this a little bit tighter, probably. Just to get, only reason I'm going to nut it tighter is to get a truer read when I make a mark. That's it. Just to get a truer read when I make a mark. That flows there nice, man. Flowing. I'm going to say it one more time. The head of this bolt is getting cut off. It's going to be turned into a stud. It's like Tim Brown, the steam mill stud. Maybe in his younger days, eh? Now, I've got nothing holding it at the top. We've got lots of, see that? Nothing holding it at the top. But with that stud there, I think we're A1. Let's do this. I need a little light. Jolene said turn the heat up. Sweat just running right off me. Atta girl. Now I'm going to come in here. You might be able to see from the back side. I'm going to come in here. I'm going to do this. Yeah, you can if you like, if you can. I'm going to do this. See if we can get a true read on that. We're going to get true as we can. Okay. Not going to go much further than that, I don't think. We'll see. We'll see. Now. Alrighty. That's our mark. What I plan on doing was take the fender skirt back off again. It takes a little bit to get this stuff done, but that's what we do it for, having fun. Having fun. Awesome. Take this one off. Let's take this one off. Fall off, I don't think. Hope not. My knee. Take that one off. That nut's way in there when I want it now. Jolene's planning some adventures for us, and I can't wait. Go have a little fun, you know? little different weather maybe. A little different weather, a little bit of fun. Might get a chance, I might get a chance to work on a Barris custom with a friend. And when we do, we'll film it. And I'm excited to go help. We're just above that, that's perfect. This is the line that we're at. Pretty nice distance all the way around. That ramrod know that we got it looking really good. It's bent there a little bit. Now, what I'm thinking is I've got this mark here. I can take a 90, bend a piece of metal, piece of 90, and bend it and put it on there. I think that's what we're going to do. I guess we're going to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bend a 90. Let's put this up like this. So you can see how amazing they look. And they are amazing. I think they are anyways. They turned out really nice. If someone built them for me, I'd be happy. Now, everything's melting here in Nova Scotia right now at the present moment. The weather is, well, open the door and give them a peek. It's kind of slushy and that sort of stuff, but, you know, go get them, Fina, go get them. Huh? Go get them. Every time she comes in, I tell her she's done a good job. Her old ears come down, she's happy with me and I'm happy with her. Now, just going to see how long that is. How long of a piece do I want to put in there? How long of a piece? And what I mean by how long of a piece I want going there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to out, then up. So when we put the fender on, or the fender, I'm hoping we can just take the fender skirt and slide it up on this, make it tight, and then push it in and get our studs to go in them holes, I'm hoping. I might have to wind these holes out a little bit bigger, I'm not sure right this present second, but just wonder how long of a 90 I want, or rock and roll here. Probably should get a longer piece. Is that longer? It's a little bit longer. Let's try this. Yeah, let's do this. Not going to worry about a measuring tape or anything like that. I'm just going to make something. Now we're down, put that far on that piece. That doesn't matter how far down from here. I'm going to do this though. That's my piece I'm going to cut off. Now, let's do one. We're going to bend that in half. No, we're not going to bend it in half. We're going to bend it less than half. Stop it. Makes it easier when you can do something like that than, you know, than have to get tape measure out and measure it and make sure it's perfect. Bah, humbug. I'm hoping that I can get this to bend. Sometimes it don't want to bend a little spot like that. Sometimes it don't want to. Didn't get it quite straight, so I'm gonna straighten it out with my eye. How's that? Straighten it out with my eye. There. Thinking we got a 90. Close to it. Nice. Let's do it again. It's because I just want to tighten it up some. The 90, that is. Don't go too far. I just want to go enough. Now, what I'm thinking is that there is the distance, or it might even be less than that, of the shape. Right? So if I put that on like this, that's how thick. You can see might even be, it's thinner than that actually, to be honest with you, so I might even have to shave that down some. But let's go over the shrinker stretcher and get this piece to fit that fender. Sounds decent to me. I'm gonna do this. Gonna have to walk around some of the stuff for a second. I'm gonna push this Volvo out a little bit. Nice to have these wheel things. Beautiful. Move stuff like that pretty easy. Had an old friend drop in yesterday, the day before, interested in coming and doing a little bit of work with me. It was pretty cool that he thought he might like to come try it out. He's done body work most of his life, and be pretty cool. Which one do I want? I don't even know which one I want because I didn't set it up yet. Now I want this to go. I'm going to stretch the top. I'm going to put the stretcher on this part, and it'll grab it and pull it apart and flop it down around like that. Stretcher. Stretcher. That one there, I think, is it. Pulls it apart. This would be the stretcher on this side. Ooh, don't want to do that. Put that through the wall. Gonna need a handle. Haven't got the handle right this second. Gotta get one. I gotta get one. Anything will do, I guess. I wonder where the handle is. That'll work. The handle. I keep saying that. The teeth, when the teeth are open, when you look down here, there's a set of teeth in there. When the teeth are open like that, that means when that comes together, that pulls them teeth together, that would shrink it. This is the one I want over here. I want to stretch it. Now, I'm going to do it without, being on the right side of it. I find the shrinker or the stretcher works best when you're just on like about 1/4 of an inch. You start shoving the teeth all the way in there, it don't work the greatest. Like, to me, it doesn't. Probably not the right thing for a handle. No, it's not. It's coming out. Give me something for a handle. Where did I dump the handle of this bad boy? Leave that right there for a second. I've got a handle in here somewhere. Kind of a shame that I'm not ready, but trying to slow me down, that's all it is. Trying to slow me down. Piece of round rod there, something. Oh, got a piece right here. Don't know if that'll work or not, but if it does, it'd be great. I got the handle now, baby. Nope. Nice, eh? Shove that back. Let's do this. Yeah, just gonna do this. Anything slow or fall her down, eh, baby? Huh? Anything slow or fall her down. Let's do this. We need to get the shape of the wheel opening of the fender. That's what we need. 1/4 inch on there, but probably the best sometimes. How easy that's moving. Like, it's just quite something how. You want to go on the other side? If you get in there too far, sometimes it don't work the greatest, but. Just trying to make the wheel opening of that fender out of this. And it don't take much to bend something like this. Just put it in the center a little bit more. Let's take it over and try it. That's what we got going on. No, we need to go a bit more. You can see we got a bit more to go. And this lip can be also done different. You can run a piece of round rod around there and weld a piece of metal to the round rod. Like there's so many different ways that you can do something like this. How do you bend it back? The shrinker. If you go too far, right? That's how you do it, shrinker. Let's go check it out. Didn't take much that time, did it? You see that looks nice? Then it's going straight. Don't like it. I don't like it. This is how you build wheel lips also. If you have a wheel opening that's rotted, you can do this. What I'm saying is you got a wheel lip rod in your car, make that on your wheel lip. That's your wheel lip going in. This would be the face of your wheel lip. Whoo, that looks good. Let's just bend it back there a little bit. We're a little much. You can see a little much. Now, let's do this. Too long. See if I can't get a little bit on this. Ah, damn. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna go over and make it fit better, that's all. Don't want to bend it up. Just need to shrink it in the middle. There's that piece of round rod. Shrink that in the middle a little bit. I'm making it come back the other way. That's what I'm doing. Stop it. Stop it. Sometimes it helps to talk to it, sometimes it doesn't. Now, that's really good to me. It's really good. Now, what I'm thinking is, as I put that on there, it fits quite nicely. Now, what I've got going on here now, when I pull it out, what do I want to do to that bad boy? She's out at that end, it's out at that end. Tight at the top. That's what I'm going to do. Marker. I put that marker over there, I put it on the floor. Right there in the thing. Now, on that fender, when I'm doing this, putting that on there, there's more area. I actually would like to fix that there a little bit. Get that up in there a little further because it's not hitting right there. I'm going to mark it. This one's fitting good over here. I'm going to mark it. I want it up more. I'm going to shrink it. I'm going to curve it just a little bit more. Nope. I'm going to shrink this up. I want that to go back up. Remember, it was away, so I want it to go back up. And I'm going to take about a quarter inch of it. It'll work better. Let's try it and see what it says. The better fit, the better it'll be. Now, that's for sure. Yeah, so that fits. That's up tight now, but I get that rounder and then shrink it again. Let's do it. Let's get it rounder. And I have to shrink it up here. Kind of noticed that about that. Now, that looks around there, but it's got to come back up. Let's try it both ways. I've got one way. I think I have to bring it up here somewhere. Now we're down again. Let's shrink it up here. Pull that up. See what it says? Better. No. Excellent. Now, let's do this. Just want to tighten that up a bit. I want that to fit as nice as possible. So what I'm going to do, hard. All right. I'm just going to get a marker and mark it, I guess, and hold it. So I do get the marker. Fina, you're being a good dog. Yes, you is. Can you mark that? I hold that. Actually, I like to have something to scratch it. Give me a better. Go ahead. I need a better marker than I need. Good. Beautiful. Tight. Tight. Okay, let's cut it. Let's leave that right there for a second. I'm thinking that needs to be bent. Let's do that again. I can bend, like you can see this, how it's not really that straight. You're kind of going like this, but I think the fender's going like that because it is the fender going like that. It fits so good. No, I gotta pry that out in the center, so. So, each end is hitting. The center is in. So basically I've got to take and put a stretcher on this piece and make this end go out a little bit, make this end go a little bit, and then the center can come in. Stretch it in the center a bit. Hope you got what I was saying. This is hitting and that end's hitting. The center is not hitting unless I pull it in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stretch the metal here, and it's going to make that end go back. It's going to make that end go back, and it's going to make the center probably touch. That's what I'm thinking. See that? See that go there, you? Okay, I bent it here. I stretched it here, which made this go like that and like that. Anyways, let's put this back up here again. Yeah, that fits really good now. Like, I don't have to do anything other than to make it fit. And to me, what you drew off there is pretty decent. I'm going to take the sander and try to sand that off instead of cutting it. It seems like a bit much. Well, not much to sand off there. Let's sand that down. So obviously you can see what I'm going for, hopefully. And if you don't, stay tuned. You'll get to see. Now that's not the grinder. That grinder not going to do me no good. Taking too long. Hard disc or cutting wheel? Hard disk is on. No cutting wheels put on, so I'm just going to go hard disk. And I'm just going to do it right here. Now, what I'm hoping for, this piece is going to be on the back side of that fender skirt. What I'm hoping for, take some more off that. Take a little more off. All right, fender skirt's going back on. Fender skirt's going back on. I'm just kind of wondering, fender skirt don't have to go back on. Why can't I? There's what I want to do right there. And now that I've got it on there, I don't know if, wow, if that'll work. See how that's got no gap to get in there, right? I should have maybe had that. I don't really want, it fits that line nice, don't it? I don't know if I really want to. How about this? I'm gonna tack that on there, and then I'm gonna open that up a little bit. I'll just open this up a little bit, and then I can shove it on there and see what happens. Let's try it. That's all I can do. Let's try it. And I'm going to make weld marks on that. I really don't want to mess it up, because that is right there where the fender fits. There's the opening that I have on top. Oh yeah, I see what's going on. It's not going to look bad. It's not going to be bad. Slide that opening in there. Just not sure if I get this going. This is what I'm not sure. Once I get that welded on, is that going to be able to be slid up in there? Is that going to be able to be slid up in there with the studs on down here to put on the fenders? That's what I'm worried about now. But I want the fender skirt tight at the top. Just tack it on. That's all we can do. We can cut it off. Gotta do something. All right. Let's do it. I just want to go good. One tack. See the weld mark there? Can I? See that? Not warping anything, just tacking this on. I can always cut it off. You see, I'm going to pry that out a little bit there, hoping that it doesn't affect anything up front. Run something through that. Just going to do this. Look at this now, would you? Don't want to hurt anything. That makes sense. Now if I get it too loose, bang it back in. Hope that makes sense. Got some tape on there. Jolene was holding it down with her toes for some reason, I'm not sure why. Hey baby. Might have been a bad idea. Might have been a bad idea. See, I don't know, I'm gonna get that one up down there. I need to open that up tighter, don't I? Just go easy on it because I've got it welded to the outside. I'm not looking to cause any damage. Just want it to work. Good, not causing no damage. It's all good. I don't know. Feels like I'm going to cause a bunch of scratching, don't you know what I mean? Also, nope. May not. It may not work. I don't think I got enough room there, you know what I mean? To get it up on there. Okay. I didn't like that. That honestly should work, but nope. Can't tell what's going on. But I'm just going to have to bend this out further. Have to deal with it after. I guess it might get tighter as it gets down in there, obviously. Obviously it will. It has to be opened up a bunch. Got to be that guy that don't give up, you know. That's all you got to be. Just don't give up. Don't give up. That'll get tighter as it goes down in. That looks good now, doesn't it? Looks nice now. It should tighten up as it gets down in there. See, I'm hoping this thing here makes that fender skirt stay tight to the fender is what I'm looking for. That's what I want to do. I want to stay tight to the fender. Without having to tighten everything up or tighten anything up, just put it on and have it work. We're getting closer. Like I said, I don't even know if the stud will work. Still don't want to go on, does it? Huh? Not really looking to put fender skirts on like this, but it might work. Might not either. Scratching my fender. What's going on is the fender, this part is not straight compared to this. Let's open her up some more, I guess. Just didn't want to open her up too much. It's good. Put some more tape on that, I suppose, but we're going up over with our skirts. Man. See that fender right there? Where it's kicked. See this fender here? It's kind of around and it's kicked in right here. That's what's kind of, I think that's doing it to me. And I got thickness of tape going on there. It should slide right in there, shouldn't it? Maybe? You think it would, wouldn't you? But I've got issues. What? Well, it's not doing the deal because it's not going on very easy, I can tell you that. Scratch it all to pieces putting it on. Like, you know what I mean? Like I'm trying to make something fit when there we go, we're going there now. I gotta take a look. Cut my head off, watch. I need a light. Oh, I see now, yeah. Back there. Okay. Right back here. We're good. But right here, see that fender's kicked out? Now, I don't really want the fender skirts going that hard. You know what I'm trying to tell you. But I would like son of a beep. I want that fender in there. Maybe I cut her off too far. Come on. True life struggle. True life struggle. Screwdriver right there or something? Or... Nope. I wonder if I pull that fender out right there. Right there. That's on there so good that the front is staying exactly where it needs to be. But There's on there. I think plan number got no light. I've only got 2 hands and things aren't going right. And the reason being is the wheel lip of the car is not straight. That's why. There we go. That one fits. That'll fit now, baby. There we go. We're on. That wouldn't come off with that hit with a hammer. Yeah. That's what I want right there. I want that fender tight up top, you know. That's what I want. That's all good. A little gap going on there. Well, let's make the fender skirt fit. That right there is where it's at. Don't take the fender skirts off this bad boy. Now let's do this. I got tape ripped up there a bit. We're a bit tight. But that's, in all honesty, that's where I want it. I did pull it in a little bit there on that one. But, you know, like, that makes it tight to me. Like, I mean, it's better off tight than loose. Let's pull her back some. Throw her right off the jack stands. See, there's another thing too. You would never get that on with them studs on there. You tear that all to pieces, wouldn't you? Do you think? If that was studded there and I got that on, then like how tight that pulls that right now. Like, see how tight that pulls that? Even got pull in there a little bit there. But I like how it fits the fender. When I got it on, where it was all hitting it front, was it? Is this one go on? Hey, come on. Okay. Trying to get it to go back some. Yeah! That's how tight that's on there. Went through the hole. Good. That one will work. I guess I'm going to have to try it, aren't I? I'm going to have to do it again and then try it. That one's ahead a little bit. It's not. Stop it. Let's do this. There, let's fix. It'll move after I screw in. in. That's how it fits right there. We're nice and tight up there. So now there's no paint scratched off above it, but there's paint scratched off below it. I don't think it matters that the paint scratched off around the edge there a little bit. Not right this second, not by the looks of everything else, but. And the only reason I'm doing it this way, I couldn't connect and weld anything to the round rod up here because we're up past the fender. And it's in because we have the fenders down and out. Here, it's out, so it's got like a seal going on. That's what it's kind of sealed up there now, like sort of thing. I gotta leave that on there, it looks too good. If I can get the studs on there and get that top piece put on there without, because they tear the car all to pieces every time. Basically what I'm thinking now, as I have the fender skirt on there now I'm gonna go in there and put a daub of weld probably between each one. And then I can pry it out a little bit more and then it'll work better. And the reason it's working good is because the distance I had down here is where the fender's going in tight. I have to have that top piece opened up more so it can slide down in tight. So that's got to be flopped out more. I think I want to tack it in there. Where are we at? An hour. I think that's where I'm going to go with that. I do have a little bit more wrestling to do with the fender skirt, and the reason being is, like I said, I'm going to tack, take it off, pry it out just a little bit more, and try to keep working it, try to keep working it to the best it can. Best it can. That's all I can do, baby, isn't it? Huh? That's all I can do. Take. Alrighty, I generally do 53 because I'm 53, why not? The fender skirt looks really good. Looks really good, it's tight. Just not sure about putting a stud in there and a stud in there, be able to put it up on and push it in. Come back tomorrow and see where we're at. Have a great day. Be good to each other.